welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy November 5th of 2023. Welcome. Happy Sunday to all. This is a good reading to understand about how it is. Basically, we're going to do a mixture of different ways. I know for a fact that, I understand the whole entire situation where we're going to be looking through, there's a way of the tarot situation. We're going to look at the Bible situation because there's going to be a mixture of everything. And I know for a mixture that there's different ways where you can consider your own way of how to understand that. I understand the way of how it is. It's a way of how you can progress and progress. And it's simple as that because that's how it seems to be. I know for a fact that we always know what we're going to do. I know that there is always something that is very interesting about that. But I always say this that this is a good way of knowing. Okay, I can understand that whenever I'm very good at what happens, I understand that feeling, understand that subject. I know that the subject, subtitle, whatever it is, and it seems to be because whatever happens, um, we always believe in our own self, you know. Um, it's that way of how to navigate that own system and that way of how to conquer your own way of how it is. Okay. Now I know that this is going to be a great reading for understanding that. I know that this is going to be a very interesting understanding a way of how it seems to be, and I understand that this is going to be a good reading as well. So I hope that you guys will give it a comment, give it a like, enjoy about this fantastic reading, and yeah. So we're going to do the animal cards first. I'll do the moon analogy card that you're going to see, and then basically you're going to see one of the other cards, as you can see in this one over here. And then we're going to start our way, then we're going to do the tarot at the end. So this is going to be a good reading to understand that. Please keep in mind that this is going to be a good way of how it is, and understand that this is going to be very good. So think about this as a wonderful reading, understand how it seems to be, and understand how it goes. Okay? So I hope that this is a good reading, and I hope that everything will be fine, and I hope that everything seems to be good. And we're going to get started. So I hope that you guys will enjoy this reading, and we're going to see how it goes, and then we're going to define that. And here we go. So basically, for the instance, we have basically one one card here on the left side, one card on the right side. We have the middle card here. So we're going to do that, okay? So this one is the eagle. Do the right thing. Exactly. That's how it seems to be for that one. And this one over here on the right side, you can do it with the cougar. That seems to be for that one. And this one is full moon Aquarius, be real. That's how it seems to be for that one, right? We know what's happening between what's going on. We always see the picture, we always believe about that, but believe about how it is. We always experience. Experiencing is a way of how you can understand, right? It's almost like a life lesson. Everyone has a choice. Everyone has as a underway of how it goes. It's that baseline of how it seems to be, knowing about your way of how it is, um, understand about how it seems to be, because you believe about that. You believe about how it is. It's a good saying of seeing is believing. Believing is seeing, and you have to see in order to see things, right? It's that simple how it goes. Because as a matter of fact, you understand of how it seems to be. It's that simple, it's that way, it's that progress, it's that medium, whatever it is. And you have to understand how everything is, right? It's almost like a plus but not a minus. And it's that simple, right? So we have to have that give and take situation where we believe in our own circumstances and we believe about what's going on and understand. So we understand that way of how it goes. So it's simple, right? It's simple and believe about that. Believe about how it goes. Believe about how you can understand that. Um, So just understand about that baseline because that's how it seems to be. Now we're going to look at this because it's going to tell me what the Bible is saying. We're going to read the Bible for a little bit. I'll do the tarot situation. I'll get that organized, and then we're going to keep going until the whole reading is done. Okay, so just remember that this is a good reading, and just shuffling the cards right now. But I hope that you guys will understand how it goes because we believe about our own way, right? So we believe about that system. And here we go. So we have peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. John 14:27. So that's how a system is that is, right? We believe about that system. And peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. That's how it seems to be. So it's that way of how that is. It's a way of how you can manifest your own situation, right? Now we're going to look at that. Eh, goodness, why is it John 14:27? So we're going to look through the Bible. Now let's see. 1567. Okay. Okay, so John 14:27. Well, John 14. Okay, John 14:27. Okay, so this is a long chapter. I believe Jesus promises the Holy Spirit. See, this is a long chapter, right? But if I just cut through the system, it would give me a long situation about this whole entire chapter. It's a long chapter, but I hope I can do it. So it says, Jesus promises the Holy Spirit. It says, if you love me, keep my commands, and I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever. The Spirit of truth, the world cannot accept him because it neither sees him uh, nor knows him. But you know him, for he lives with you and uh, and will be in you. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come, but you will see me. Because I live, you also will live. On that day you will realize that I am in my Father, you are in me, I'm in you. Whoever has my commands and keeps them is the one who loves me. The one who loves me will be loved by my Father. I too will love them and show myself to them. To Judas, not Judas is Christ said, but Lord, uh, why do you intend to show yourself to us, not to the world? Jesus replied, anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them. Anyone who does not love me will not obey my teaching. These words you hear are not my own. They belong to the Father who sent me. So basically, that's the half of it. The other half, all this I have spoken while still with you. But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things, will remind you of everything I have said to you. Peace I leave with you. My, my peace I give you. I do not give you to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. You heard me say, I'm going away. I'm coming back to you. If you love me, you'll be glad that I am told you now before it happens. Or, wait, I'm going to the Father, for the Father is greater than I. Okay. I have told you now before it happens, so that when it does happen, you will believe. I will not say much more to you, for the prince of this world is coming. He has no hold over me, but he comes so that the world may learn that I love the Father, do exactly what my Father has commanded me. Come now, let us leave. So, in that note, um, about this whole entire reading that I just said to you all, I think my own masterpiece that this reading is very interesting, right? We believe about there's something happening, there's always, weather changes, chaos happens, protests, everything that is very psychotic, right? It's very interesting of how it goes, right? It believes that when I say my own ways, I think my own words are kind of like interesting, right? It's the willpower of how everything goes, right? It's almost like a masterpiece, only you get to decide of what you're going to do, right? It's that simple. It's that way of how you can understand of who you are and who you're based with and what's happening. Because there are two sides of the story. One side is like the good, the other side is bad. But you're in between. You're in between your own way of how you can own have your own master way of which path you're gonna go, left or right, right? You have to decide about what's happening through your own ends, your own desires, your own beliefs. And that's what this whole entire Bible reading is. Now before that, before I get the tarot situation, it's that simple where we get to understand what's happening. It's it's the way of how understanding your own taste, your own methods, your own desires, your own beliefs, and how it goes, right? You have to remember that things go from good or bad. but you have to look at them from a different way, a different angle. It's that simple because whenever things to be good, they are good. But when you focus on your own belief system and you look at the card and you look at peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, right? You look at this card, okay. Now you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to look at this card. And now you're looking at the Aquarius card and it says the full moon Aquarius be real. This is real, which means there is chaos happening. There is lots of stuff is going on, right? And when you believe in your own system, your own way of how it is, you basically that momentum of how it goes, right? It's that simple to have a good way instead of a bad way. And you have to look, do the right thing. You can do it. There's always these ways. There's always these tasks, and you have to do them, right? It's a way of how you can get things done in order to deal with them, right? Rather than procrastinate and do nothing. It's that simple. You have to believe in your own way of how you can do it. It's that simple because in a way of how everything goes, it's that simple where you get things done. You have to believe on what's happening through your own end, your own way, your own belief system, your own way. And it goes good, it doesn't go good. You know what I mean? Like it goes bad, but it's not really good. That's what I'm saying. Because in order than that, that's what it seems to be. You believe on what's happening. You believe that it's the conquest of the cards. It's believe on how everything is because we understand what's happening. We understand that there's lots of things going on. Have to be expected about if it's a good way, if it's not a bad way. Are we going to be okay? Is it always about everything, right? It's not going to be all rainbows and all. No, it's it's as simple as a matter of fact how everything is. You have to believe on what's happening, believe or not. It's that simple because whenever you decide of what's happening, you have to get it done, right? It's if you're having a bad day, if you're having a crisis, if you decide that you can't fix it, you can't do nothing about it, then why are you doing it? It's that simple where you get things done and you have to deal with them, right? It's almost like a good simple way. It's that simple. So I'm only going to do a little bit of a reading here, and then I'm going to be almost the end of the video. But we're going to figure this out on what's happening because we're going to decide of what's happening through your own system, your own way, your own way of how to do. And it's simple as that. And you have to believe, and you have to think of who's doing this, who is the right system, who's going to be okay, who's going to be all fine, who's going to be all great. I think my own belief system, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So it's okay. Here we go. So let's see. We have the cups reversed. We have the Ace of Wands is upright. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So see, this is This is how interesting it sounds. You have a beginning, and then you have your career. Okay. Now this is Earth signs and fire signs. Okay. So if you're Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, if you're Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, your Earth signs and fire signs. But see, here's the thing about this one card, Eight of Cups. You almost lost everything. Losing it's not good, right? And when you think about it, you think everything kind of is interesting. Now, I don't want to be getting upset. I don't want to be getting angry or nothing. But you have to decide of what's happening. Because, in other words, you have to remember that everything seems to be okay. Now, like I said, I'm not sounding rude, I'm not sounding mean, but you have to believe in yourself. Seeing is believing, believing is seeing. And you have to see to understand about believing. You know, it's the simple as way of how it goes. It's simple how you can understand what's happening. Because let's see. This one you have the Queen of Earth is thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. You know, this is simple as that. Okay? Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You have to understand that you can believe about this. Believing is a way of how you can do it. Believe about how everything is. Believing about how everything is connected, right? You have to understand that. It's like connecting the dots. You ever played that game where when you were in elementary school or something and you connect the dots and oh look it's a pair of scissors or you know it's the way of how of connect the dots. It's the way of how you believe about your own self. It's the way of how gratitude it is. Because you believe about that. You believe about how everything is. Right? You understand how it is, you understand how it goes, and you know, it's simple as that. And you know, it's simple as a matter of fact, you know. Because in other words, you have to pay attention whether it's good, it's bad, it's irresponsible, but you look at it as a way of how you're connecting. You know, if you're having a career, fine. If you're balancing, you are. But you believe about how it is because it says for the Queen of Earth over here that you guys already seen the card. Make time for those around you. You gotta make time for those around you. Okay. Secondly, take a sensible approach. Do that. Do do that way of how you can connect with others and do that. And then it says number three, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Deal with it. You know, do the right thing. You can do it and be real. That's how the cards are. That's how it is the way of how you can compare and contrast two things. You're comparing and you're contrasting two things, right? It's simple. You're doing the good, you're doing the bad at the same time. Like you know, that's how it is. Believe about that. Because how would you do that? How would you believe? That's a good question, right? How do you believe? Put a comment below and give it a like if you want. That's a question for all of you because you have to pay attention, whether it's good, whether it's bad, you know. So that's how the cards are. Okay. Okay, we're going to do one more. I'm just gonna put the card over here for a second. Right there. So we got this card that we're going to look over. These cards is this card. I'm almost done reading, but we're going to say what's at the bottom deck. Oh yeah, full moon in Leo, go wild. Yeah, you know, I'll do that card here. So we're going to look at that card. That's the bottom of it. But we're going to look at that. Now we're going to see why we have this reverse card for, or yeah, this thing we reverse, not right. Oops, that's funny. If you want to laugh, you can. Ah, oh, fudgicle. Never mind about that. Okay, so this is how it is, right? Because we have earth signs, we have fire signs, we have this reverse card here. So we're going to look at that. Ah, Nine of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away at level 5. Exactly, that's how it seems to be, right? That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for that one. So you know how it is, right? You believe about how you can do that. It's the way of how you can grasp and understand about that. Now that's how it is, okay? Now while I'll try to do this, because there's okay, so we have earth signs, we have fire signs, we have okay, so we have at least 9 zodiac signs here in this picture. Okay, so we have that one. Okay, so now we're going to look at okay, so now we're going to look at 3 more cards, and then we're going to start ending the video soon. So we have okay, so the world is reversed, followed by the 10 of Pentacles is reversed. Now we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so the 7 of Cups represents Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Now these two, now this is very interesting. The 10 of Pentacles, you lost everything. The world, you're in completion. Okay. Now this is how it is. Everything is incomplete. You failed your test. You inspiring about how it goes, right? So now you think, okay, well, now everything is fine. Not really. Because now you have at least 3 reverse cards and you have 1 upright card. So now we're going to believe about this system. So we have the Ten of Cups is upright, Ten of Pentacles is upright, Ace of Wands is upright, Queen of Earth, and the Nine of Water. Okay, so now we have reverse cards. Now we think, okay, why we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed? Why we have the World reversed? And why we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed? So now we have to figure that out. What do you think? Alright, so now we believe about Queen of Fire, confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So this represents Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This one over here, Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Exactly. So that represents Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This one over here, the Hermit, is Argentina, Brazil. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Exactly, right? You're going to try to find your soulmate in that situation, but you take your time, spend quiet meditation, right? You're doing that way. Now for this way, we're going to look. Okay, so we have with the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, so we have the air sign here. Do the right thing, right? We're going to state about that. The cougar, you can do that. And then we have the Leo card, right? So we have Aquarius here and we have Leo here. Okay, so we're going to look at what's this one here. New moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Exactly. That's how it seems to be, right? You know about that way. You know about that ability where, yes, you're going to be loved. Yes, you can do whatever you want. But let's see about what the card is saying. Now I'm going to read the card. Okay, so it says, know you're loved. But there's a lot in this book. So I'm going to read Manifesting Focus. I'll read that. Manifesting Mindset. I'll read that. And there's tips and there is when to manifest your magic. Now let me look. Okay, it says Manifesting Focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to romance, a job, interview, or any important relationship. Manifesting Mindset. Consider the other person in your situation. What are their needs and worries? Get out and meet new people. See, that's how it seems to be for that one, okay? You're understanding about that method where you can get out, you can meet new people, you can understand where you can find a soulmate. That's how it is for that one. There's always your manifestation affirmation. That's what it says. Love makes my world go round. That's how it seems to be for that one. Um, the new moon is in Libra is on a Friday or during Venus hour, right? That's how it is. Um, but that's how it is. I'm going to understand what this whole entire reading is. I think my own master way of how you can believe about this, believe about how the cards are, believe about how it is. Now, what's up? Now, what's the bottom of this? Yeah, see, you have the Six of Waters upright. You have the Nine of Air, nine of Fire. You have the Dreamer card, and then you have the back of Fourth of Earth again. Like that's how the cards are. That's for the universe is what is it saying for that one. So I'm going to look at that. And over here, um, at the bottom, you have the Death card that's reversed. You have the Knight of Wands reversed. You have the Three of Wands is upright. There's a way of how that conquest is. I want to say that word because it's ability of how to owner your own relationship. You believe about how the cards are. You believe about what's the system, what's the way of how you can understand what's going on through the sensibility. You believe about how you can understand of what's happening through the situation, right? Now, I know I'm just a reader, but I'm just telling you what's happening through. of how the cards are, even the Bible situation too. Because in the fact of that, you believe about how that ability is. Seeing is one way, believing is another way, right? And you're combining into two and or combining into one together. But that's how it seems to be. You understand how it goes. You believe about you know believe about your own way of how it seems to be. Understanding that way of how you can get everything that all you need. I think it in my own conquest that you have to conquer your own way, your own belief system. And it's true. It's the way of how you can manifest your own way of how it is, understanding that you can believe about what's going on and who's happening this and what's you believe about that. So you understand that feeling, you understand that way of how it goes and all that. Believe about that because as a matter of fact, you believe on how the cards are, understand about that feeling, understand that motivation, understand about that because that's how it is. So before I let you go, understand about what's going on, seeing what's happening, seeing how it is, seeing how it's vital and all that. But that's how it seems to be. So I hope that this reading will help you. I hope that you guys will enjoy this reading. Give it a like, give it a comment, and I'll see you next time. So thank you very much. Have a good day to you all. Bye for now. Really. Bye.